Jack Welch said, being able to execute is a special, distinct skill. It means a person knows how to put decisions into action and push them forward to completion through resistance, chaos, or unexpected obstacle. If you want to be a CEO or you are a CEO and want to keep your job, read Execution and put its principle to work. But now, you don't even have to read the book. Just listen to an excerpt of our high-impact summary of Execution.
Competition is fierce than ever. Change comes faster than ever. But the strategy looks like a pipe dream today. Integrating the acquisitions and delivering on the promise required better execution than the company was able to achieve. To understand execution, you have to keep 3 key points in mind, such as A. Execution is a discipline and integral to strategy. Execution is a systematic process of rigorously discussing how and what, questioning, tenaciously following through, and answering accountability. It includes making assumptions about the business environment, assessing the organization's capabilities, linking strategy to operation and the people who are going to implement the strategy, synchronizing those people and their various disciplines. B is execution is the major job of the business leader. An organization can execute only if the leader's heart and soul are immersed in the company. The leaders has to be engaged personally and deeply in the business. Executions require a comprehensive understanding of a business, its people, and its environment. Execution must be a core element of an organization's culture. Execution has to be embedded in the reward systems and in the norms of behavior that everyone practices. One way to get a handle on execution is to think of it as likely to the Six Sigma process for continual improvement.
There are 7 essential behaviors that forms the first building block of execution. Number 1, know your people and your business. Being present allows you as a leader to connect personally with your people, and personal connection help you build your intuitive feel for the business as well as for the people running the business. Number 2, insist on realism. Realism is the heart of execution. Embracing realism means always taking a realistic view of your company and comparing it with other companies. Number 3, set clear goals and priorities. Leaders who execute focus on the very clear priorities that everyone can grasp. Along with having clear goals, you should strive for simplicity in general. One thing you will notice about a leader who execute is they speak simply and directly. They know how to simplify things so that others can understand them, evaluate them, and act on them so that they say becomes common sense. Number 4, follow through. Clear, simple goals don't mean much if nobody takes care of them seriously. The failure to follow through is widespread in business, and major cause is pure execution. Number 5, reward the doers. If you want people to produce specific result, you reward them accordingly. This fact seems so obvious that it should not seem saying. Yet many corporations do such poor job of linking reward to performance. A good leader ensures that the organization makes this distinction and that they become way of life down through the organization. Number 6, expand people's capabilities. You've surely heard the saying, give a man fish and you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime. As a leader, you've acquired a lot of knowledge and experience, even wisdom along the way. One of the most important parts of your job is passing it on to the next generation leaders. Number 7, know yourself. When you know yourself, you can master yourself. You can keep your ego in check, take responsibility for your behavior, adapt to change, embrace new ideas, and adhere to your standard of integrity, and honestly, under all conditions. Self-mastery is the key to true self-confidence. We are talking about the kind that authentic and positive. Self-confidence people contribute the most to dialogue. Their inner security gives them a methodology for dealing with the unknown and for linking it to the action that need to be taken.
I would like to tell you why sometimes not the right people is in the right job. There are four main reasons why it happens. The first one, leader doesn't know the criteria for the position, so it's lack of knowledge of the leaders. Sometimes they also doesn't know what is the capabilities of their candidates. It's crucial. Number two, it's lack of courage of the leaders. Leader doesn't have the courage to confront the non-performers. They didn't have the courage to have a decisive action, and it makes the wrong people on the jobs. Number three, the psychological comfort. You may feel this, that your leaders very feel comfortable with the people that are loyal. However, loyal doesn't mean that he is the right people on the right jobs. So even though they are loyal, leaders should examine that he is the right people for the right jobs. And the last one is lack of personal commitment of the leaders. What kind of commitment, you say? It is a commitment to spend the leader's time to select, to appraise, as well as to developing their people. If the leaders doesn't have this commitment, basically they already lose the foundation of a great organization.
So next thing for the main things is process. Chapter 6 of this book talking about the people process, making the link with strategy and operations. The people process is more important than either the strategy or operation processes. If you don't get the people process right, you will never fulfill the potential of your business. Identifying the match between the right person and the right job, sometimes it means replacing an excellent performer with a person who is better equipped to take the business to the next level. There are 4 building blocks in this chapter. Building block 1, linking people strategy and operations. The business leaders create the linkage by making sure that they have the right kinds and number of people to execute the strategy. Linking people, strategy and operation also helps seize organizational challenges for the coming year. The second building blocks is developing the leadership pipeline through continuous improvement, succession depth, and reducing retention risk. The leadership assessment summary gives an overview of those in the group who have high potential and those who are promotable. The leadership assessment summary is the bottom line and also a result of several key pieces of information and backup, including the continuous improvement summary, the succession depth analysis, and the retention risk analysis. The third building blocks is dealing with non-performers. Even the best people process doesn't always get the right people in the right jobs, and it cannot make everybody in a good performer. Non-performing people are essentially those who are not meeting the established goals. Their failure doesn't mean they are bad people. It just means they are not performing at the level that is essential for the company's success. The fourth or the last building blocks in this chapter is linking HR to business result. HR has to be integrated into the business process. It has to be linked to the strategy, operation, and the assessment. The system hardware is only the foundation of the people process, but the critical software is in the dialogue of the organization, the process of observation to common criteria culminating in the candidate assessment and feedback. HR can build all this elaborate system, but it takes the leader of the company to make it real and coupled.
What is strategy review? Strategy review is the prime social operating mechanism of the strategy process. It provides the penultimate ground for testing and validating the strategy. It has to be inclusive, interactive, and creative process. The strategy review is the good place for the leader to learn about and develop people. There are several questions to ask at strategy review. For for example, why? However, first is each unit's business unit team about the competition. Focus not what the competition is done in the past, but what they are likely to do in the future. Second, how strong is the organizational capability to execute the strategy? The organizational capabilities are the link between the strategy and organizational requirement the strategy demands. Tight and consistent linkage between the strategy and people process are very critical. Third, is the plan scattered or structure focused? As business pursue growth by expanding their offering, they often end up trying to provide more goods and services than they can handle comfortably. The fourth, are we choosing the right ideas? Ensure your ideas fit within your existing capabilities. No matter how well you execute, the risk of the failure increases markedly when the ideas you develop don't fit with your existing capabilities, or to force you to acquire those capabilities at a high cost. The last one, are the linkage with the people and operation clear? The better your team understand the connection between people, operation, and strategy, the better judgment and trade-off they will make. At the end of the strategy review, write a letter to each of the leaders to solidify and confirm the agreements you made so that later you can use them as the basis for the reviewing progress. What is operating process? The strategy process defines where a business wants to go. The people process defines who's going to get there. The operating plan or process provides the path for those people. The operating plan specifies how the various moving parts of the business will be synchronized to achieve the targets, deal with trade-off that needs to be made, and looks the contingencies for the things that can go wrong. The more people you get involved in, the more people who are aware of the expectations for them, the more you will achieve. The operating plan consists of 3 points. First, break long-term output into short-term targets. Second, meeting those here and now targets forces the decision to be made and integrated across the organization. And the last one, put reality behind the number by looking forward to the how. Leader responsibility in the operating plan. First, overseeing the seamless transition from strategy to operation. Second, set the goals. Third, link the details of the operation process to be people and strategy process. The last one, lead the operating review that brings people together around the operating plan.